Hey guys, we're going to go over inserting image planes next week, but since you kind of made the object from your mind, I wanted you to kind of see the difference between modeling with reference sheets or modeling kind of just on your own. So you're going to get this file. It has two image planes. If you do not see the images, hit 6 on your keyboard. 6 shows textures. We'll just leave it that way. If we go into like our front and side view, we can see our shapes, our images here. If you don't see it or if it isn't centered, kind of like how this one was, like this, click on it on my image plane 2 and then hit F on your keyboard. F focuses in the center. All right, so here are your two images. We've got a base hammer. So what I'd like for you to do is create this hammer and line it up in your viewports. So how do I do this? You want it to be all from one shape. We will all just be using a cube. So we got to create said cube and then move it. We'll use our image planes here as a guide. And then I would just pick a view that you want to work in. So I'm going to start with this side view. I'm going to move this. Now when we're dealing with reference images, you're going to need to see through your object. So if we go to shading and then X-ray, it makes your object see-through so you can edit it differently. So there's 10 different ways to do this, but I'm going to scale this up. You can decide if you want to do the bottom or you want to insert an edge loop. I'm going to do it this way. So we'll get right about here. All right? Then you'll start to mold using the tools we've talked about. So I'm going to go into vertex mode, grab these bottom ones. I'm going to scale them. It's the same thing as moving them, but we want them to line up with our drawing the best that they can. In doing this, you'll notice that when your drawings aren't perfectly straight, it gives you issues in modeling. So I kind of wanted to give you one that's slightly off so that you can see, but note that you're just trying to do the best that you can. So then I will insert an edge loop. This looks like a pretty good place to do so. And then I'm going to do a couple just to shape this out even further. And I'm going to actually insert an edge loop right under here, vertex. And again, click and drag. That means I'm getting the vertices that are behind the ones that I'm seeing. And you're just molding it, okay? So this is fine and dandy, but now I need to look at my front view because obviously this is not lined up the same way. So then we can start adjusting this way. So clicking and dragging to make sure I'm getting the ones that are behind it, moving it in, moving it in, and moving these ones, moving these ones. After you kind of get it the way that you think you want it, I recommend looking at your perspective view to see what this looks like. What we can do is go into object mode. I'm going to select both of the planes, and I'm going to go in my channel box, layers, create layer from selected. Double click. We'll call this image reference, whatever you want to call it. Save. Now this V is visible, so we can hide it to kind of move around and see. This third option here gives us T for transparent and R for reference. So what reference means is it's up, but I can't grab it or move it. Okay? So then from here, I'm going to leave this part up to you for trial and error, but basically you're going to extrude upward, and then you can extrude in both directions and start shaping out to get that type of shape. I have one that I've already done. So you can see we can keep this low poly and still get the shape that we're looking for. All right? So I want to see everyone's hammer. Let me know if you have any questions.